paused anymore.
Spoilers.
Spoiler, sorry about that. As we get into the game officially, this is the longest portion of the game so far without a pause, so we'll just assume that they're good to go. And Cogs from Rue, gonna block off any attempt to go to the high ground there. Looks like it'll just be mostly trades of bounties when they bring back facets.
Oh yeah, that will definitely happen. Up top.
Yeah, we got the Cogs place. Nice bounce back onto Yamich. Yatoro looking to get the first blood of the game, and he will on the Clinks.
High levels in the kick, high levels in the silence. They just deal a lot of damage early on.
Now top lane, Yatoro, despite getting that first blood, gets dove under the tier 1 by Yamich.
Oh, what a hero. I love Clockwork. What a freaking hero.
Nice blood grenade onto 2 heroes in the bot lane, not me. Jingu stacks will come to fruition with the Boundless Strike to finish the job for Crystallis. Haven't talked about Boom yet on the Viper. Does this just feel like... oh, we have to hold that thought. Yatoro under the tier 1. TP from Not Me to try to assist. Yatoro's kind of standing his ground. Cogs, though, nice placement with the bowling to continue. Now Boom and company on the run of the high ground. They get some reinforcements in the form of Crystallis, though, on that Monkey King. Jingu stacks onto Yatoro with the Boundless Strike. That's the second death for Clinks in this game already. And Not Me gonna follow suit, so great rotation from MOUZ.
And you want to use your small advantages for something. Suddenly there's 4 heroes in the top lane, minute 540, and this is amazing. Clinks does not want this early game.
Yeah, Ruin in a lot of trouble now. Not gonna be able to get the Lotus, and unfortunately for him, will just be dropping to the deck as Boom gets credit for that one during the early stage.
Yeah, it's very normal. They enjoy it.
Rue will be able to claim the Wisdom Shrine. Nightmare. Some reinforcements here. Nice telekinesis onto 2 other heroes. A great 3-man stun, essentially. He's collapsed, though, with that tag team getting slow to a crawl. Cogs come out as well. Crystallis, he gets rolled on. Will drop as mid-1 kills off Collapse. They're going to get the Rubik as well. Crystallis somehow staying alive throughout all of this. And Rue likely to be the 3rd death. If they want to continue on here, mid-1, pretty damn tanky. He gets the double kill, and that's 3 more kills for MOUZ.
On Collapse, like take off the Jingu, but he just got a secondary one, kept fighting. Now 8-minute rune.
Laurel already waning rip. They actually delete Panto right off the bat. The telekinesis, a nice break onto the coil with the Cogs to follow. Mid-1 is so tanky, though. Starting to run out of mana. Illusory Orb will get some vision. Rolls onto the low ground. Will be able to get away as a result. Meanwhile, Collapse killing off Crystallis off camera.
Because they know that Yatoro, he's not laning.
Yep, that is true. Applying some pressure here. Boundless Strike with the snowball. Does clip him. Nice shards as well. Attempted TP, but the grip from the low ground keeps him in place. Completely out of mana now as well. And Yatoro will be claimed by Crystallis again. Meanwhile, mid lane, Coil onto the Earth Spirit. Mid-1 in a bit of trouble, but the Viper Strike coming out from Boom. That's a very nice placement there. Able to roll out just in time. There's a 2K lead, and it's going to get worse now for Spirit as they lose a 2nd hero. And guess who's still pursuing? It's Crystallis with the Jingu stacks up. They're going to have to focus on Rue, it looks like, although a little bit speedy. Mid-1 with the roll, almost connecting, not quite the range. And he will be found eventually. It takes some time, but a 3rd kill going the way of MOUZ. This has been a very back-and-forth game, as the neutral's not going to assist Spirit in this case.
I said 1 kill earlier from Collapse. Did matter quite a lot.
And some pressure on the tier 1 now. With that Siege, should be able to claim this for the MOUZ side. As Boom will be working towards his Hurricane Pike. And Crystallis, like you said, not the greatest in the level department.
Pretty sure Collapse just showed on this wave.
Yep, smoke from Spirit. Boom might be the recipient. In the tree line, Yamich is spotted first, so they do get the coil onto the Viper. And now the Doom comes out, and they're going to be able to clean up 2 heroes here relatively easy. I say that, but actually Collapse is going to die throughout this, so not a freebie after all. Rocket Flare does give vision, but of course not level 6, so don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, like they have no coil, they have no Doom, you don't even have your ult on your clock. It's not that easy for them to fight back right now. Let's hold
Tier
that.
1 from MOUZ, TP, Laurel gets off a coil onto 2. Ori at half HP is collapsed. He gets punched in the air. Silenced as well. He's just dead before the fight even begins. They get Panto, so it's a trade, but not the one you're looking for if you're Spirit. And the question is, can MOUZ get out intact as mid one with the Magnetize. Going to try to 1v3 this as the rest of his team attempts to get out. So they do find mid one on the outskirts of this fight. And the hook shot finally from Rue, level 6. Couldn't come at a better time.
Again, and they've got so many heroes here, so maybe also contesting the active rune here will be an arcane rune for Mr. Mid One.
Rue trapped in a bit, but gets off the cogs.
Nice
hook shots to his teammate to survive. And Boom now with that Hurricane Pike having a ridiculous range on the auto attacks for this tier 1. Panto wrapping around. Oh, nice roll. He actually ran into that one. Not me deleted, and tier 1 will follow suit.
It's a good read, and I like that they're not using 5 heroes here. Like, you know, Crystallis with his Fury, he's still farming, as Panto is trying to run after people a little bit. He currently has a Crimson Guard queued up on the Bane. That's very much a super not normal item. Otherwise, there was no way for Not Me to steal a spell there, so I'd be surprised if they don't kill that ward later on. I'm telling you.
The silence, but the Boundless Strike gets the silence off. But they're going to be able to silence him in turn, and Crystallis gets the kill onto Laurel. Not going to commit any further. Yatoro has his shard, so he'll be farming away. About to finish. I believe the Death Soul is actually on the way. So this is now potentially the time to fight for Team Spirit.
Not me. MOUZ rolling around.
Yeah, they find themselves a little Rubik action.
You can definitely tell with how Spirit are playing that they don't want to fight at all. Like, it's not normal that you go shard before Desolator on Clinks, but they want to just play the map, delay it out, even collapse. He's one of the few Dooms that goes the shard very early on. You eat the Ancient Black Dragon, you get the splash, you get the Fireball, and you just keep scaling that way. So I think Spirit are making the best out of a really bad situation.
Yeah, they have that vibe about them for sure. And collapse. Will be spotted here momentarily by Crystallis, but does have some distance. Boundless Strike hits. Wukong's command to follow. Hookshot going to try to mitigate a little bit here. He gets stuck inside the Ice Shard, but Collapse is going to be fine. And now on the run is MOUZ, potentially. Get coiled onto the snap as Crystallis turns into a soldier temporarily. Able to get the stun, though, onto the Clockwork, rather. So support for support. Nothing too much to write home about. A Boundless Strike onto 2. That was not exactly the plan for Collapse.
He's not the strongest yet. Like, when you go Fury on BKB, it's not a very impactful build. It's more about then like your 3rd item and your 4th item where the damage really comes out. Like, even with the Skadi next, it makes him more tanky and it gives them more like survivability in the fight and like slowing people down. But his real strength will be on like his 4th item.
Right.
Maybe some Daedalus afterwards.
Oh. Roche is being attempted by MOUZ as Spirit. Can they contest? No. Boom will get the first Aegis of the game. As Laurel, they want to get at least something out of this. They'll coil the Bane. Get the kill as a result as Collapse continuing to chase here. Yamich going to connect with Crystallis. Crystallis like, no, get me the fuck out of here.
It will be very detrimental to them.
And Boom has the Aegis. Wukong's command stolen from a while ago on Not Me. They doom him. So that's going to be life number 1. The question is, are reinforcements coming?
They are slowly. Monkey King above.
And Collapse. Oh, he's going to be greeted by Monkey King. Tusk Snowball as well. That is going to be an easy trade. So Aegis for Doom as Clinkstone in a lot of trouble. Yatoro has to stand his ground. Laurel tries to help him out, but it's not going to happen. Yatoro bites the dust to Boom. Crystallis showing off that BKB. They're going to find Rue as well. So in the end of this, it's a 3-for-1. If you want to count the Aegis on top of that. Looks like a 4th will bite the dust for the Spirit side as well. So double kill for mid 1. And now Boom, you can see he has that shard, so can start mowing down these buildings.
I do love that pickup. Like, Viper Shard overall, it's been good for years, but it's only as of like, I would say half a year ago where people really start abusing it. It's so good to take down these towers, and
Boom is really focused there.
Oh yeah, he's laser focused. This isn't there, but all like, you know, Earth Spirit is far down.
Oh, the cancel. Silence to follow. Magnetize as well. Yamich on the way.
Who's that?
Laurel dead to mid 1. What? It is a trade. Crystallis.
Collapse does it again. Kills Monkey King off the screen.
Well, it's pretty consistent, have to say. Now there's a damage rune top. I believe MOUZ will eventually claim this. Mid 1 will spot it in just a moment. Although, Not Me denies it. Nicely done for him. It's going to cost him his life, but probably worth it. I mean, debatable.
debatable to me. Move over, and honestly, they can poke high ground pretty soon if they want to. Like with Viper Shard and, you know, Pike available, it's not the biggest committal.
Yeah, they have 2 out of the 3 tier 2s down as another potential death for Laurel. Gets punched in the air. The hook shot from Rue to try to save him. BKB pop from mid 1. Illusory orb away. Rue is going to be the sacrifice, it seems, but at the very least for Spirit, they don't lose the puck again.
Honestly, it's the same story for Spirit. You don't want to fight 5-on-5. You're down AK gold. There's a Crimson Guard on the Bane.
Nightmare.
Panto, nice catch.
He got grip. I think it's just a kill.
He's got the A on this, so he should be okay.
That's true.
Should have still forced it, I think.
Yeah, I would think so. The Doom, though, onto the Earth Spear. He's taking a lot of right-click damage from Yatoro. Pop the BKB onto Collapse. Gonna get telekinesed, but the right-clicks will suffice as Boom takes him out. Meanwhile, you can see eventually mid 1 ticks out to Collapse, so 1-for-1 is Laurel on the run with the phase shift, being surrounded. Getting to the high ground. Viper Strike's gonna be disjointed as Laurel gonna disjoint yet another mechanic here. Gets punched into the air, but the right clicks and the damage too much from MOUZ. But this leaves Chrysalis all alone. It feels like he's dying alone very often this game. This time it is not to Collapse, but to Yatoro instead.
I think they're holding it currently on mid 1, who's like trying to scout out Yatoro a little bit because you want to amp up the pressure.
Oh my.
He's dead.
Yes, that was no telekinesis. All right, he's very ambitious play there.
Because I think even without the Crimson, Spirit didn't really want to fight you. So you're building something that I think Spirit are already looking to avoid, where it's like Spirit are looking to play the map, so maybe just going for, you know, the normal trajectory of items would have helped you more. Of course, it's easy to say now. Heart is a very good item. I think it was Amar who bought it earlier also on Timber. But it's just like that item is ultra defensive. At least for shaCkie, you can make a case that you're doing some type of aggression. You have to be careful. Spirit are like the best team at abusing these areas. Well, they have rocket.
They are. Laurel, Eon, this is going to proc. You have to use the coil onto the support. Now the Shiva's initiation from mid 1. They were able to clean up this clockwork pretty easily as Boom's still in the pit. And yeah, as long as Collapse is alive, you have to be very wary of the Aegis steals. They're going to jump in with the BKB, going for the Aegis steal. He gets on the outskirts, actually pushes him out, and guess what? Collapse takes the Aegis again. And now he's going to use the first life. Will he be able to stay alive inside this Wukongs? Likely not, but still well worth it for Collapse.
When will people stop, dude? Okay, they're still killing them, so that's pretty good, but...
All right, 3 dead. But still, style points to Collapse as...
Stop hitting it and kill him or find him or do something.
Yeah.
It was still very good for MOUZ, of course, overall to get these kills. They, you know, the lead went from, I think, 4K over 7.
Boy.
That's a good one.
Yep, Yatoro, he is dead. Sentry in the right place, right time.
Yeah. Oh,
He's going to be spotted as well. He's like, all right, take me with my carry, please. I will join him in the fountain.
Oh!
Hook shot misses. Spirit Vessel applied. The roll's not going to connect as the puck's going to find the Tusk instead, so Laurel gets something out of this.
A very good pick-off there earlier onto Yatoro. That's also, when you play against these pesky heroes, you need ops and sentries. Panto is deado.
Yes, he is. Yep. Chrysalis, he wants to fight. It's a 1v3 at the moment, though. Make it a 1v4. Pops the BKB. Not much backup yet, though. Chrysalis. Pop the Essence Distiller on him. Wukong's command to follow. A zoning one, it seems.
Yeah, I don't think anything's
Not to worry about
here.
the Doom, though. As Rue will be Viper struck and dead. So finally, the clockwork dies. Yeah.
Second of all, when you have Shard, it makes the your AoE of the stolen spells even bigger.
No, hook shot, mid 1, in a lot of trouble. Congregations of the Deep on him with the Doom to follow. Pops the BKB, but he is super dead. Snowball not in time. You're going to block off 2, going to the high ground. They reinitiate here. Looks like the coil's expended. A lot of trouble as Wukong's command comes out. A lot of damage on the Rue. Looks like he's going to drop to the deck. As Chrysalis taking some right clicks from afar. As the Wukong's command finally ends. A 2-for-1 at the moment in favor of Spirit. Now another Congregations of the Deep onto Chrysalis. Nightmare. Boundless strikes out with that Shard, but the right clicks are enough from Yatoro. Take out the Monkey King, and now Boom, left to his own devices, will be brought down as well. As Team Spirit have come back fully now, officially. Another Congregations from Collapse. It's a full team wipe for Spirit.
He would have liked. He didn't, he wasn't allowed to have more than 1 death. Which he received quite early on, of course, off screen against Collapse in the lane.
That's right. But so did Yatoro in that first blood situation.
That's true.
He got that.
But look at his impact.
That's right.
This is interesting. This definitely... Oh, they're feeling the pressure.
Oh my god, they bring him into their base. Doom comes off as well. Coil expended. Now the silence onto the puck. In a lot of trouble, actually, but the Eon Disc does proc, and now the Illusory Orb should be good to go. Wukong's command completely wasted now as a result, so MOUZ now have to run. Doom is out.
I mean, Spirit are not done. They're looking for a wraparound.
Oh, absolutely.
Jetpack.
Collapse, looking for the congregations of the deep. Hook shot misses. Mid one in the tree line. He gets congregated. He gets gone on. He gets right-clicked to death by Yatoro. And now Panto looks to be next on the list. As Chrysalis in the tree line. The Tusk does TP out. No way. He does TP out successfully as well. So only 2 kills for the Spirit side.
It's very nicely played by Spirit.
And Spirit now on the high ground. No tower to defend any longer, so this will be a, I suppose it's going to be a full lane.
They're not posing any defense here. If you're Chrysalis, you're definitely talking about your 25 talent and maybe even your Daedalus, I think, at this point.
I would hope he get, I mean, maybe he goes another utility item at this rate.
Well, yeah, then I will question it. then it's time.
What do you think? 4 staff next?
I think Glimmer. Glimmer, very good.
Okay. The jump in onto the Viper, a lot of trouble, and that's another death to Boom. Right off the bat, has to buy back. So this is a big fight for MOUZ. They need to defend here. Right clicks on the collapse, being slowed to a crawl. Yatoro, he's completely surrounded right now. Telekinesis to try to save him. Yatoro, he's going to be brought down eventually. 90 seconds on the deck as the Magnetize starting to tick up in favor of MOUZ. Did cost them a buyback. Can they get more? Laurel able to dodge a little bit here. Has the orb up, able to Waning Rift as well, but the hook shot try to save him. Congregations onto the Viper. It's going to be a dieback for him. He's not careful. The Doom already applied as well, but there's the big stun onto the puck. Able to get out just in time, but that's 3 dead for Spirit. That's Collapse now, trying to go to the high ground to attempt to run away. He's actually doing a pretty damn good job. Has TP as well, so maybe the Blink TP in Vision. Looking for a career kill.
That would have been trouble.
As Boom will secure Aegis for MOUZ, so Collapse not able to steal a second Aegis in the game.
Snatched Aegises? Yeah, it absolutely should be.
Yeah, Spirit smoke, despite not getting this Aegis. They're going to jump in. There's the AoE Doom from Collapse.
With Mute.
Yep. Gets off the Yules as well. They're trying to save mid one, but he is going to be going down here just very shortly inside that snowball. Stays alive just a little bit longer, attempting to run away, but finally ticks out. But Yatoro, he's the one in trouble now.
He's actually dying.
Viper Strike going to be blocked by the Lincolns. Right click as well, but he ticks out eventually. Does have buyback here, but the puck in a lot of trouble. There's a Boundless Strike going to delete him as well. So 4 dead for Spirit. As Rue now hook shots to Ancients to try to get away. It's not happening. A full team wipe for MOUZ.
Buddies with the snowball save to just keep mid one alive. And here you have it. You know, with all the items complete and them actually getting to hit, they've got some power in them.
And buyback for Laurel. Now the big Wukong's command from Chrysalis. Is this going to be enough for him to get a full lane as well? So
I mean, they can keep going. You have Viper Shard as well. And like he has Refresher to pop another Monkey Ult if you want. Let's see what they decide to do here.
Another buyback. Oh man, Spirit crumbling after having such an amazing comeback. So full lane now for MOUZ. They're not going to stop, like you said. That shard on Boom doing a lot of work. He's going to have a butterfly here too. That's going to be 2 lanes in all likelihood. No collapse for 20 seconds. So these buybacks, if they don't take a fight, are kind of wasted entirely.
Yeah, I don't think they're getting anything from this. They're looking on Boom. Even if they go on him, he's got an Aegis.
Yeah. So a lot of gold ends up just going into the toilet for Spirit.
Also, Yamach, he's got enough gold available to buy himself an Aghanim Scepter. And that is a big deal. Like, Tusk Ags is so strong. 1 minute left on the Aegis. They're also controlling the triangle, which means if they have buybacks available, that's also something MOUZ can play for.
Oh, Boundless Strike onto 2. The coil as well coming out. Can they actually defend this is the question. There's the AoE Doom, but the right clicks onto Laura. A lot of trouble. Chrysalis is going to fall, though, to Collapse. He does have buyback as Yatoro trying to run away to the fountain. He's already extremely low as Boom is just slowing him to a crawl. That's a dead Clinks. 2 minutes out of the game for Yatoro. And Boom's going to go back to the bot side to try to clean up these racks to get the mega creeps. Buyback now coming out from Chrysalis. They know. Aegis used. They can connect now. Should be able to get these megas, and that's when Spirit are going to be in real trouble to try to defend.
I mean, it's 100 seconds without Yatoro. I'm not sure how they can. I think you kind of have to give up these megas. They need to do a really good job in like slowing Boom down here. They are trying to for now.
Yeah. They do have a couple sieges. Chrysalis with a BKB, a very early one, using the Wukong just to secure the the Mega Creeps rather. And they'll get it. Now he won't have that BKB for this fight if they're... Maybe they thought that the Clinks had a buyback potentially.
I think that you could go if you're Psychos.
But it is Spirit.
Yeah, but...
They're the best team against Megas. Hook
True.
shot, Rue. Panto looks to be dead.
He's fine.
They got the stun.
He's fine.
I think he died about 5 times there.
Yeah. He would have died 7 times over. I honestly think it's very strong. Like, first of all, he has the 20 talent that makes it like stronger and longer as well, which is nice. And then the 25 where it's on you. It just means that if you use it on people, if they dispel it, it doesn't matter, right? Because if you just stay around with it, they just take damage.
Right. Well, there's a good bait from the Tusk there on the illusion, forcing out a hook shot at the very least. Coil only onto 1, and it is just a support. As Collapse jumping in, has to use the Wind Waker on himself. Yamish with the BKB. Defensive spells used, but not a whole lot of damage to follow suit. Laurel in very deep, another hook shot, this time connecting onto an enemy. Monkey King will be able to skitter away. And yeah, you can see the bottom lane already getting pushed in by these Mega Creeps. Panto killed off, so something going the way of Spirit, but they have to do a lot more than this.
I'm surprised MOUZ aren't like looking to poke a little bit, you know, like look at bottom and top like you're saying. There's Megas already in the base.
Yeah, not me. It's the telekinesis away. Boom already with a BKB. Is Spirit able to take off Yamich as well. So 2 dead for MOUZ. They do buy back onto the Bane though. Mega Creeps are going to town on your buildings though, so Spirit do have to fall back eventually. Laurel getting chased now by mid 1. Collapse jumping in, gets the AoE Doom as well. Congregations of the Deep to fall, the Force Staff as well. That's a lot of damage, and that is the death of the Earth Spirit. Will tick out eventually, as Yatoro Company do indeed have to go back to base.
And you can stay so aggressive in this mid lane for like 40 plus seconds. It's quite impressive.
Oh, wow. That's a Dagon 5 out of nowhere. And Collapse, he feels it in his gut that Roche is being gone on, but a little bit too late. The hook shot comes in, boom. Takes the Aegis in time. Fiend's Grip to follow. And that's the death of the Clockwork. And he's dead for 100. No buyback.
Having a bit more cast range coming in. I think that was a nice addition to the item.
Forcing out the BKB. So Coil already used. And now the Wind Waker for Collapse. Viper Strike. Oh, boy. He gets forced to the other side. Telekinesis to the other side. Being bounced left and right. Will be okay for the time being. Gets the AoE Doom onto the Monkey King. But he's going to be just fine. Chrysalis will be able to withstand this very easily as Laurel does assassinate Yamich. He does not have buyback, so that's 2 minutes out, down and out for him as the Monkey King still sticking around. He's going to get right. Look at the damage onto...
Okay, they don't have buyback, but there's Megas in your base.
2 heroes now.
There's Megas in your base.
There are Megas in your base as the Viper getting taken out, but that's just the Aegis. Double kill for Laurel. As the Clinks has to TP back, the Ancient getting low thanks to just the creeps here. Yatoro trying to turn his sights onto this Viper. Eventually will be claiming Boom. Surely Viper Strike going to be blocked by the Lincolns. Lots of damage coming up, but Yatoro, he's going to fall regardless, so has to buy back instantly. They do take out the Viper. 2 minutes down and out for him, but does have buyback.
It's not even possible because there's still Glyph available for Spirit.
Right. All right, Yatoro looking for the second lane going the way of Spirit. Trying to force out buybacks that do not exist. This is 2 lanes for sure.
Are we gonna? Yeah, we're gonna.
Is this going to be Mega versus Mega? I think we might.
That now I have not seen in a while. Have you?
No.
Okay.
Yep, that is going to be exactly the case. I cannot believe.
Yeah, shout out to these 2 teams because this is a banger game.
All right, and we're getting close to the 60-minute mark as well. So Megas versus Megas. Yeah, you're right. They were scanned here. They got some more. Rue gets punched in the air. Yatoro's on the back line doing a lot of right-click damage as Collapse comes in with the AoE Doom again. This time onto the Earth Spirit. A lot of damage coming out. That is the death of mid 1. Will buyback instantly. The fight continues. The Wukongs is huge. Not me on the outskirts of it. We'll be able to get out just fine. Congregations coming out. The punch, or the Walrus kick rather. Snowball is going to be dodged completely. As meanwhile, inside this Wukong's command, the Puck looks like she's going to be just fine. Another AoE Doom used, so that's both Dooms. This one not going to be enough to kill off Boom, though. Oh, Laurel gets punched in the air. Right clicks to follow. They have the kill. Does have buyback. So Collapse and Laurel dead. Going to try to force them into a precarious spot into an eventual buyback.
And I'm not going to lie. but Larl holding a bauble with Feverish could get quite toxic in this game.
Yeah.
You can have such low cooldowns on Puck, and he's already disgusting.
Okay, Roche underway. He belches, so Spirit knows. Wukong's command placed. It's going to be hard to initiate into this.
Rocket
shot
flare.
Available. The jump
He does it again.
He stashes a second time. He gets the Aegis, dies instantly though.
That Wind
and they're
Waker.
going to surround him. Wind Waker to try to apply some pressure on the outskirts of the pit. Gets surrounded still though. A lot of right-click damage coming out. Yamich reflected. Snowball, but Collapse will fall to Boom in the end. Does have buyback, uses it instantly. Clockwork dies as well. Yatoro now on the run. Should be trying to reinitiate here as Chrysalis and the rest of MOUZ attempting to get out. And Boom will survive, will be greeted by some Lotuses. So a second snatched Aegis by the greatest Aegis snatcher in the business.
You can't stop him
Do you
anyway.
think this is the record for a game, 2? Snatched Aegises?
No.
Oh, Congregations of the Deep collapse with the AoE Doom again. A nice coil as well, but the grip comes in, holding Collapse in place. They're not going to be able to cancel. His mana's getting drained as a result as well, but look at Chrysalis. He's just dying to the Doom. He gets right-click into Oblivion. Does have buyback, though, as the Magnetize doing a lot of work, as the rest of Spirit trying to disengage a little bit here. The Waning Rift enough to take out Panto in the meantime.
That's two
Triple
buybacks.
buybacks from MOUZ, but 2 dead for Spirit, and like you said, no buybacks to come from them, as Yatoro going to get help from Laurel and that Dagon. Another grip coming out, somehow that refresher shard, it seems. And now Rubik in a lot of trouble, gets pounced on, gets killed off, but mid-1, he's dead, no buyback. As the buybacks come out from Spirit, and it's a 3 versus 4. Again, doing a lot of damage as Boom in a very weird spot here. He's getting completely decimated by the Clinks. Snowball's going to save him a little bit longer, but now the kickoff, and now the Clinks in a lot of trouble. Yatoro is dead, no buyback at all. And now the advantage, although they lose the Viper as well, there's always a trade, it seems, as MOUZ, and you can see in the game, a single buyback on one hero now, and it is mid-1. Panto, Dagon, Laurel with the BKB coil will finish the job. So this,
you saw like Tai Lung do it, where he like played this Zeus
that was a sick game.
he got like, okay, mid-1. Luckily, he's the one guy with buyback in this game.
I was just trying to see if this was a highlight or if this was live. Apparently it's live.
It's live.
Mid-1 dead. They're going to have to be forced out of that buyback now.
That Rocket's damage pumping out.
Oh, Chrysalis on top of the tree with the Wukong's command. Look at the damage! Laurel in so much peril here. Has to pop the BKB in retreat. Collapse in the midst of all of this. He gets decimated. 100 seconds of no Doom now. Laurel still staying alive. Hook shot. They're going to get this dieback on the mid-1. That's a huge kill for Spirit. This is without Yatoro. 30 seconds to come back into this game. And Laurel, look at that damage. Yamich gets blown up completely. And that is 3 dead without buyback from MOUZ.
I mean, he's now dead for 1 minute without buy. It's the same for Yamich.
Yeah.
You have to hold this 3v4, and in 20 seconds you have Collapse who will join them too.
Yatoro, this is a building hitter, though. Jumping from Boom, though, trying to apply some pressure to Clinks. Get telekinesis, gets gripped on top of Clinks as well, and Yatoro dead again. What is happening this game? And now Spirit, do have a good amount of damage coming out from Laurel with the Dagon as well. It's enough to kill off Boom, so still trade after trade after trade as Panto bites the dust to Yatoro. Despite being dead for so long. Chrysalis, Boundless Strike into the pit, trying to stay alive with that regen. It's not going to be enough. Chrysalis ticked out, and that's the death of everyone on MOUZ. They don't have the building hitter that is Clinks, but surely this is enough to finish the game for Spirit.
Can you imagine Yatoro winning a game where he has 12 deaths? He's 12 and 12.
Oh my goodness.
This is honestly overall a crazy
Ancient
game,
exposed. It's not quite over yet. Mid-1 is up and running. Yamich will be back in just a moment as well. The Ancient getting close. There's the Doom immediately. No more regen for the rest of the game as the Ancient, finally the fortification comes out. The telekinesis trying to kill off Laurel. But this will be the death of the throne and the win of game 1, believe it or not, for Spirit.
Crazy for Spirit to turn this around. And I think that's the